Happy blessed Saturday, June 19th. I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving It To You Straight live from the East Coast. A moment of gratitude. Welcome to all my beautiful family. I want to begin with the gratitude and appreciation for each and every one of you. And your presence here, it is not random, it is aligned. Thank you for your openness, your curiosity, your willingness to grow. Thank you for sharing your time, energy, and trust with me. This sacred space exists because of all our shared intentions to grow, to evolve, to awaken, and to love more consciously. So, of course, I honor the journey that you're on, and I know that it takes courage. So, I honor that absolutely. And, of course, to seek truth. And I'm so grateful that I passed. Of course, I'm going to cross once again in this moment. May what we build here continue to nourish so that will lift us all and to expand us to our fullest potential. Your support is felt. Your love means everything to me. And drop some love in this chat, in this live. And thank you so much for stopping by. It is Saturday. We have the Higher Self Oracles. What's the tea? And of course, our tarot cards. But first, a moment of gratitude. And let's find out what the moment of gratitude is. Welcome, 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 Saturday, Higher Self Oracles. Happy birthday to all Geminis that are celebrating today. May your day be full of bliss, joy, beauty, happiness all around you. And may all your birthdays come true. And may you succeed in everything you do today and always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As we tap into the great, powerful, divine spirit of all there is, who enlivens all life and animates all things. Let's get ready. A moment of gratitude. And then I'll start sharing some gratitude energy. We'll start doing some gratitude energy and quotes, a collection of quotes here. What is something that you once took for granted that you now value? Something that you once took for granted you now value. Your values. What do you value here? Okay, so being grateful for what I value more now is time. I think we all could agree with, for me anyway, time. I value time more now. So just appreciate that, the love that is here now, what is on its way. If you value honesty, then we can hold on to the truth. We have to release it. So I value each and every one of you, of course. So reflecting on some of the energy when it comes to gratitude quotes from famous thinkers, writers, and leaders, each offering a slightly different perspective on thankfulness. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. That is from Cicero. Seneca, nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. Marcus Aurelius, when you arise in the morning, think of what privilege it is to be alive. And we have some from the literally voices, William Shakespeare. I can no other answer make but thanks and ever thanks. Melody Beatty, gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. G.K. Chesterton, I will maintain that thanks are the highest form of thought. Oprah Winfrey, be thankful for what you have, you'll end up having more. Albert Einstein, there are only two ways to live your life, often interpreted as a call to gratitude. Maya Angelou, let gratitude be the pillow upon which you kneel to say your nightly prayers. We also have Dalai Lama, be kind whenever possible. It's always possible. Gratitude and kindness go good together. John F. Kennedy, they simple but powerful, right? We must find time to stop and thank the people who make a difference in our lives. And with that being said, I welcome you in the spirit of gratitude. Higher self oracles. I'm going to begin with Gemini. And how when we operate from a higher self, we basically living from more empathy, right? So we look at the Christ consciousness, how we all with one. And so when we have compassion and courage, right? Because it takes courage, right? Having a strong sense of purpose and non-judgment, trusting in your intuition and feeling a deep connection to the world and others. All right. So if you have these experiences, or maybe a strong urge for a positive change, such as leaving a toxic situation, a desire to contribute to a greater good, or a sudden inspiration to create something. That is operating from your higher self. The qualities and experiences of a higher self, okay, is the wise being with all of us. It's that calm, loving, and spiritual guide that brings our positive self. Hello, hello. Hey, Cookie. Let's go ahead with Gemini. Gemini, your higher self oracle. Let's see what it is. Gemini, you still have the sun in your house. And you have, when a new door opens, walk through it and begin again, Gemini. When a new door opens, you walk through it and you begin again. It doesn't matter where you're at. You begin again. Every day is a new opportunity to make a happy ending. All right. No matter what is going on right now, when a new door open, that's what your higher self is trying to say to you. There could be something new here, but it could be a keys to a home. Maybe you're trying to buy a home. Maybe moving out of your neighborhood. Geminis are known to, treasure and cherish neighborhood, and moving, maybe that be a strong suit. Maybe leaving an old neighborhood behind. All right. Let's go ahead. Hey, love fries. Hey, this is 3. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Let's go ahead to Taurus. We also got the spill the tea. A little bit of fun and full of exposure energy. All right, exposing some truths in your life. For those that are seeking truth, what's going on? I can't make sense of this. When you live from your higher self, you just got the strong urge to make positive changes. All right. Big dreams are built by those who do the work. Aries, you of course you know that you have Saturn, and today is considered Saturn's day, and it is in your first house. Building something, through discipline, right? Building something to last here. When you get that energy with Saturn energy, and it is considered Saturn's day, of course, it's going to go back and forth energetically. It's not there physically, energetically. All right. When this transit that's been happening since February, discipline, action, and self leadership, courage, and building a stronger sense of identity. All right. So it all depends on everybody's birth chart, basically, especially your rising sign, your ascendant, because Saturn, of course, moves through a different house for each person. So, all right. So discipline. Nobody likes discipline, but we need it, especially when it comes to love. Be more disciplined in love, but it's not until later on that happens as we go, as Saturn does its returns. All right. So anyway, yeah. So try to understand a little bit of your Saturn energy and your rising. The rising is the door through which you meet your life. Think big and think like your sun is basically who you are at your core. Your moon is how you feel emotional, but your rising sign is how you approach the world and how life tends to approach you. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, who are you doing, ma'am? Hey, Gusta, I am doing higher self oracles first, and this is Saturn's day. I just want to talk a little bit about discipline, and when it comes to astrology, how Saturn is the reality principle in your love. All right, because if you understand Venus is attraction, Jupiter is all about expanding, but then Saturn is structure, commitment, and responsibility. So you're gonna want to know your person's Saturn's energy, absolutely. All right. And when it comes to relationship, he represents commitment over fantasy, choosing someone for the long term, not just the feeling, right? It is built on boundaries. It is the karmic lessons in relationships. It's emotional maturity. It's time, patience, and endurance. All right. And what you must learn before love stabilizes. Serious decisions, marriage, long-term partnerships, responsibilities. The deeper meaning is that love is real enough to survive time, pressure, and truth. So it often shows you slow building relationship, testing in love. When you see that devil's energy, all right? Can you stand the test of time, right? When it's uncomfortable, when you're going through, your person is going through addictions or attachments, how to help your person cope, just those things, all right? But it does test us in love. It represents distant time and emotional walls, delays, fear of abandonment or rejection that must be worked through. Partners who feel serious, older, reserved, or emotionally cautious. So it's very important for you to understand. Slow and relevant. Today is June. Oh, today's the 20th. Is it? Oh, thank you. I didn't change. Did I change? I didn't change it. Oh, wow. Thank you. This is this this is Mercury's pre-shadow. I think that happened to me before. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. There we go, guys. All right. Let me see. Please flip your cat. Thank you. I did. Thank you. Thank you, Gusta. Yeah. It's coming back to me now. Yeah. So as we enter in Cancer, Mercury, and so this energy, like I talked about it yesterday, healing family issues, relationships, and going more on the emotional side, the foundation, the family, with this energy. So, give me 1 second here. We got a lot to talk about. If you have any questions, go ahead. So I have here for we got Gemini, we got Aries, and we got Taurus. You have many layers of truth to discover, uh, and that is for Taurus. So when we look at here, and the reason why I really use these cards, but the reason why I don't really talk about reversals, because in order for me to do reversals, you're gonna have to understand eclipses. You're gonna have to understand planetary aspects, transits that are happening, and that could be bored. But when you understand that, you understand the cards in reverse. Until you understand the cards in reverse, then you understand why these eclipses. Because we have four. Sometimes we have six, seven, but more commonly four. And this is an instant review, reflection, and revisiting the past. Eclipses, revelations, and turning points, and sudden changes. So when you understand that, you understand the cards in reverse. All right. And so when we look at the retrogrades, like Pluto, that's right now retrograding, you start to understand. This is why I'm using these. So you start to understand a little bit better about the cards in reversals. But I was using them more as a shadow because it's the same thing. All right. And so yeah, so we're gonna move forward with that energy today, and when I'm gonna be using them, so you can start understanding the cards in its reverse. It's not necessarily bad. It's no cause to panic. It's just giving us a time to go back and to make some changes that are necessary. All right. It's like a cause for concern. It's an alarm system that goes off, and sometimes we don't want to do it. We're not ready for it, and so yeah. Let's go ahead. So you'll have many layers of the truth. Uh, Anybody has a question? Nobody likes the discipline. Send the love to you. Thank you, Michael. Send the love to you too, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Love fries. If you have any questions, go ahead. What can you expect in July? Give me a second. Let me go ahead. You have many layers. True to discover. Taurus. Look for the signs that will guide you to the destiny you have all known all along. And this is for Cancer. Leo. Intention and action launch all your dreams with Venus in your house, in your sectors, lighting things up for you. Following your heart, following your dreams and your creativity, and launching or like a lot of times I get the seven here for you. You are the rare flower that blooms in the dark. Keep growing, Virgo, keep growing. The energy, growth, transformation, and just keep moving forward. Remember that you guys, when it comes to as in astrology or astronomy, you guys are basically holding the solar system. It lives in the Virgo supercluster. Okay. Anyway, so Mercury in Cancer, move forward, but first honor your feelings. All right, thinking with the head rather than the heart, reflecting on the past and important conversations about home and family. All right. So expect that in love, because it can help you. It can help people have heartfelt conversations and mend bridges and understand the emotional reasons behind the situation before moving on. Because then in 9 days it will go retrograde, and that's going to affect a lot of us. Storms may bring passion but not peace for you. Okay. Uh, so we got asteroids there. This is for Libra. Scorpio. Sometimes the best things are created from chaos. Sagittarius. Your heart always knows the way. Simply trust it. Your higher self. Reach for your dreams knowing that it's already coming true. And that is for Capricorn. Aquarius, it gets dark. Remember that the sun always rises when it gets dark. And Pisces, you have come back to the start to see what you missed before. All right? Thus is the oracles. Let me get to your question, and then I'll continue to talk about Saturn and what does it mean. Sometimes we don't have to. We don't want to go back, but when these planets are in retrograde, especially looking at the shadow side, when we have to get, we have to make sure that we have both. How can I have the balance between maturity and my childhood innocence, right? You all magical being with the whole universe assisting you. All right. You all are superstars. You all are rearranged matter, in a sense. So anyway, when you got the shadow side of Saturn, there could be some emotional coldness or distance, fear of vulnerability, feeling not enough, or under deserving of love, relationships that feel heavy or restricted. All right. But when Saturn matures, it becomes powerful, loyal, and stable, long-lasting love, emotional safety, and built through trust. All right. We build this together type of love in relationships because there's deep respect and reliability. Okay, so if you understand Venus, I want you, Jupiter, I believe in us, and Saturn is I choose you and I will stay and build with you. All right, so how those transits happen and what does it mean to us? With a little, I'm gonna give you a little bit of everything. Okay, and just with that being said, connect to your higher self, listen to your higher mind, and this is what Jupiter is all about. These two outer planets, all right? And learn how to create ripples that becomes tidal waves and decrease into the universe, right? Get into that frequency, emit a signal and get on it, all right? Set it real high and learn how to send those signals that you welcome blessings, all right? That you believe in something higher than your ego. All right, you just got to learn how to do some things here. All right, use the voice. Every intention requires sound. All right, it requires sound and it requires frequency. The more frequently you do it, metaphorically speaking, it is to describe a state of mind. All right, at any given time. So let's go ahead, Gusta. You said what? What can I expect in July, Gusta? Let's go ahead here. Uh, We need to learn to cast spells into the universe because the law of attraction that yourself and anyone else, right? Understanding how you somehow created, and then can you only set yourself free, right? If you say that if I created something, I have the power to change it, right? When you operate more from your higher self and you really believe in yourself and your gifts, all right? And so when you have faith, you could basically create whatever you want, but it takes faith and it takes practice. When you're dealing with the sacred unseen, with the unseen force, placing our faith above your feelings, we must learn to live by that faith, not the ups and downs, because we are going to have them. Here we go. All right, put some faith on your values, courage, having mental strength, practical fortitude, okay? In the face of adversities, being accountable for your actions, authenticity, being true to yourself and your values, perseverance, continue to pursue a goal despite of challenges, all right? Once you have to accept something in spite of your own changing moods, all right? With truth and faith. Lock it in, create ripples. All right, Law of attraction will move the universe into that frequency. Okay, don't ask me how this is passed down from generation. Hey, Light 4, good morning from Fiji. Good morning, Monica. Divine morning to you. Let's see what trends music vibes. Let's see here. What was your question again? What can I expect? Let's see here. What can you expect in July? You lied to me. One more. It takes courage. It takes real strength. All right. To put our faith in something we can't see. To believe in it. Your beliefs is everything. It locks things into place, right? Without it, and then gratitude. It is the anchor. You anchor with gratitude because it'll keep you emotionally consistent, and that equals faster manifestation. Well, let's go ahead. One more for Gusta. July. One more. One more. One more. Today's the last day for Gemini. Happy birthday. I think I said that already. Tomorrow we go into Cancer. You got the Two of Cups. You got the Ten of Swords. You got the Eight of Cups. You got the Seven of Wands. And you got the Ten of Pentacles. Slow building energy. All right. And the Page of Pentacles is here. The message is very clear with the Page of Pentacles. All right. The Page of Pentacles. He's the Page of courage. All right. So they want you to muster your courage because you're holding on to the pentacle. And this is how you operate here. This is your spirit. This is where your energy becomes real. All right. There's a lot of passion here, but vision without courage. So they're asking you to have courage, do the work, basically, right? Small, little, consistent steps here. Whether it's somebody from the past, this doesn't mean a total ending. This doesn't mean that somebody is broken. This is just the coping mechanism. All right. So in this quick energy, which is considered the overall energy here and where you're at, where are your strengths here when things get hard. All right. So basically sticking to what you said you're going to do, honoring your commitments here. Okay. So you could expect in July, because this is long gone. And this is what Saturn is about. Building something that could last, but with my gifts, my talents, using that. All right. They're basically telling you something, or they're asking you. All right. So they're showing me right now the energy here is the Two of Cups. All right. Soulmate. So you're looking for a soulmate here. And love, did you ask me about love? Let me see. I got time. You're only the only person asking me. So what you could expect in July is somebody that returns back. All right. But there are issues here because somebody could be a little stubborn. So the shadow to watch out for. Becoming paranoid. All right. So watching your paranoia, pushing opportunities away. You're afraid of getting hurt. You're already at the top, So not holding your ground, standing your ground. The ground already supporting you. You're already being supported. This is where your energy becoming real grounding, a little bit more grounding here, so you don't get carried away. Not to get too hard and floating up. You understand what I'm saying? So we're gonna look a little bit into your energy and a little bit of the overall. This is like a little snapshot. All right. So what I'm seeing here, what's happening now is the Two of Cups. You want somebody that you could have a healthy, not so much romantic. You want something deep. You want something real deep. And of course, dealing with trust issues here. All right. Because when you look at the obstacles here, right? Because this is the energy right here. Quick. And the obstacles, they are lessons. You learn a lot of lessons. Of course, life has teaching. This is all about us and learning lessons. And these two tens, they go very well with Saturn, discipline, and love, because you have to go through those lessons, karmic lessons, so you can learn to trust more in yourself, to trust in the universe and in the divine's timing. All right. So as this Ten of Swords, here is the obstacle. Can you trust again? Can you love without becoming too hard or too soft? Can you hold polarity in a sense? All right. But it's telling me for you to look at your desires, right? So pay attention to what your heart and soul or spirit truly wants. Because there's something that you want, but there's something that you're afraid to do here. All right. You stop like there's dreams that you have. Stop minimizing those. Stop minimizing your wants and your dreams. Get clear about what your intentions are here, and pay attention to what your whole and soul truly wants here. All right. And then when you allow yourself to pursue what inspires you, what energizes you here, you understand? So at the end of the day, recognize that desires can be there's comparisons here. All right. There's something it's gonna point to you towards growth and fulfillment, because this is what the ten of pentacles. This is a slow building energy. Yeah, some relationships start like lightning. They take off really quick, but they like grounding. Others they build slowly and they last forever. Is that burn slow energy here? Or how old are you to have this energy here? All right. What am I looking for? What am I honoring my desires? Or am I suppressing them? Is the desire coming from my heart, my ego, or external pressure? Right? Because your desires, at the end of the day, they contain a lot of information. So listen to them, understand them, and let them guide you towards what is authentically meaningful. All right? Because this could become obsessive and chasing something to fill an inner void here. All right? So what you could expect is that moments of realizations, when the cards are in reverse, you could expect let's just say right now we got Mercury retrograding on the 29th, but we got Pluto, an outer planet, all right, that has been retrograded already. So you got to understand when these things happen, even the eclipses that we are currently going to happen, right? We're going to have one in August. So this might go all the way to August, all right? I will put it down on the, because when these reversals, there's instant what? Review, reflection, and revisiting the past. Eclipses are revelations, turning points, sudden changes. This is why I never give somebody a 6 months, because anything can happen, right? Eclipses cards indicate a situation, all right? Reaching a turning point where something hidden must be seen, right, and addressed. And it goes with this Eight of Cups, all right? I would like the Seven of Swords. That this ending is a new beginning, all right? This is not permanently done, all right? Anything can happen, but you got to understand when the cards are in reverse. You really got to understand that this is why I always turn them around, and I always speak about the shadow to watch out for, because it's basically the same thing, all right? But because you guys understand, or maybe don't understand, but they basically go with these planetary aspects, chances that are happening, all right? And when somebody say, oh my God, something incredible is going to happen, they're talking about these planetary ascensions, Pluto, right? Retrograding Mercury. We got Mars. It does that every 2 years. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. All these planets that they do retrogrades. And so when you start to see those patterns, this is the choice. Whether you fix it, you come back, you leave it, and you move forward to something else, or you just go back to it and you learn the lesson, but you're gonna learn it with a higher level of consciousness, right? You're basically intention trying to resolve something, some issue, and are you gonna learn the lesson, because that's what that Saturn energy for those of you that not really understand is building when it comes to love here, all right? What could you could expect here, right? When this matures, becomes powerful, loyal, stable, long lasting love, emotional safety built through trust. We build this together type of love. All right. There's a lot of deep and a lot of respect and reliability here. You don't want somebody that just it's a lot of chemistry, right? Your chemistry is good. All right. Uh, so I choose you and I will stay and build with you. All right. But it's slow building. It takes trust here to build a relationship. Okay. So with that being said, that's what you could expect here. There could be a return. There's something that, but like I said, something is gonna happen in August. Cause I don't know how long. Cause maybe something happened to you in the last eclipse that we had was in March 8th, and we get four. I don't know how many we have in this year, but you got to keep in mind, at least Saturn. What does he gives you that, or that person, maturity, right? Because it's all about maturity, and it's not gonna let you deal with fantasy. All right, you can let it's like contrast is showing you something. All right, and tension is gonna show you a pattern. Tension becomes faded, and then after that it shows you a pattern. All right, but then Saturn is all about commitment over fantasy, choosing someone for the long term, not just the feeling, all right? But it's all about emotional maturity, what you learn before love stabilizes, serious decision in marriage. If that's what you're looking for, you're going to have to learn to get serious about what you want, all right? Grand Rising, okay? So it could be that, okay, depending on what transits are happening at any given time. Like I said, miracles happen every day. So this is why we have to continue, and we got to pay attention to what's going on, right? Because the only one thing that I can tell you for certain, each and every one of us, the thing that keeps us holding on in anything that we do in this world is hope. You know, but when it comes to love and evolving here, it means that you stop accepting less than you deserve. You communicate instead of testing. You value peace over drama. You recognize red flags. All right, you have to. You don't chase chaos for chemistry anymore. All right, evolution is very intense because it's losing part of your identity. All right, this is shedding something old. This is dissolving the old self. All right, it's to become more aligned with truth. All right, not louder, not harder, just clearer. All right. It doesn't feel exciting. It does feel like it means something greater. You're connected to something greater, that awe-inspiring energy. But hope is that innocence that something good is still possible, all right? That's that light that we all carry, you know? And our over-optimistic view on life, right? That's the high state of emotions that we feel. Anyway, let's go ahead. Can I get a high and insight in my career for the next month? Hey, Josephine Jackson. Hey, Josie. You're welcome, okay? So yeah, so to understand the capacity of your container, your emotional container, the bigger your container, the more complexity you can hold without breaking. Okay. So when tension shows up in love or any area of your life, do you tend to collapse into anxiety, harden, or uncontrol? Or you detach? That reveals where your current capacity stretches. So you be all in or all out. Black and white, a way of attaching means that you don't feel. Do you feel safe in the middle? You either fully invested or emotionally gone. There is no gradual pace, no gray areas. We have to slow build. We have to slow build, and we have to understand the complexities of our human strangeness and the polarity, the holding between these two extremes. Because then we want to choose, we want to see the best in everybody, but we got to be aware that people come with baggage, all right? And sometimes it's not so pretty, all right? Can I get an insight in my career? Let's go ahead to your career. And so when I look at the overall message, is maybe you're lacking direction here, all right? When your current energy, I mean, this is something that is teaching you something to take care of something that you want to do. Now it's your turn, all right? So I didn't get the sun, but I got a new beginning. All right, something that doesn't have no karma tied to it. All right. So all my best to you. And when I get those, once I get the 10, I already know. You might repeat this a couple of more times till you complete the four phases, and that is when that is when you get the hook, because the universe. Okay, okay, she had enough. All right, you had enough already. And so that is when the wheel of fortune comes in. All right. And when it comes to love, it's about divine shifts and timing and cycles here. All right. And those are turning points in your favor. But those don't happen when eclipses and retros happen. So to understand reversals is very important, but understand more the shadow, what to work with. Okay. It's the same thing. All right. Because an eclipse often acts like a cosmic turning point. Something hidden comes into view for a situation changes, or something basically a direction changes unexpectedly. All right. When it comes to, like, imagine that you've been dating someone for months, but neither you or the person are defining the relationship. And then doing an eclipse, doing an eclipse, one person says, "Hey, I need to know where this is going." All right, where are we? All right, something comes to light and a commitment happens or somebody leaves. You got it. Once you understand it, you be like, oh, sweat. Because love, it gets tricky, it gets messy. All right. Love, you got to understand emotions. All right. And the intentions behind that. So it could be complicated, but when you start to understand it, you start, wow, wow, right? You got to understand karmic cycles. Good morning. Hey, Rachel D'Angelo. Can you tell me what you see coming up for me in July? I'm feeling something heavy is coming. Okay. Can I get an insight in my career for July? Who asked me first? Rachel? Oh, okay. You asked me first, Smiley. All right, Smiley. Let's see. Can I get an insight on my? And then I got 4 hours here. I got 4 hours here, so don't worry about it. I forgot to turn my lights on. Hold on. It's a little dark. All right, just get connected to the one that you understand more. Create ripples, stand off to the universe. Remember, the secrets are your actions, are your powerful thoughts. So you don't treat yourself love and self-respect. You're emitting a signal that's saying that you're not important, that you're not enough, and that you're not deserving enough. So you got to learn how to broadcast. Bandwidth. Use your energy to build, to grow, and remember mindfulness. It's not emptying your mind. It's anchoring in awareness. All right. Declare to the universe. Cast those spells, baby. Cast them up. All right. Let me go turn my lights on. I forgot to turn both my lights on. That's why it's so dark. I'm like, why is it so dark in here? All right. Understand why you watch. Be mindful of why you watch, so you can understand. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. No wonder when that eclipse happened, you see, you be like, holy crap. Right. Remember, if you understand the unity, and we are part of that unity, you be like, oh, so I'm the miniature of the cosmos having an experience? Yeah. All right. I'll be right back. Hold on. Let me get my water. All right, let me get my game right. Power 8. Oh, boy. I got a sound off here, baby. Lock it in. Because, oh man, it looks a little bit. I wiped here with a napkin. It looks ratchet, right? Do you see it? All right, so let's go ahead. Create those ripples. When you live from your higher self, compassion and a strong sense of purpose, non-judgment, okay? Treat yourself with kindness. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay if you make a mistake, all right? I got a little bit of, let's see here. Smiley, I put yours on. Let me see who else is in the house. Hey, Bebo. Hey, Baby Malo. Bebo Malo. Can I get an insight on this journey I'm on? All right, I'll be right with you. If you can hang in there. If not, come on back. Can I get an insight in my career for the next month? Let's see an insight. Let's go. Got to get a little power in, y'all. All right, let's tap into your insight. I want to give you a higher self oracle. All right. Tomorrow is Cancer season, and it's a time when themes of home, emotions, healing, relationships, and inner security become more noticeable for many people. So pay attention. You don't want to miss it. Home and family, nurturing, protection, sensitivity, and loyalty, baby. That's what we want. We want all that Cancer energy. Let's go ahead. One more. Smiley. Before I give you some energy, understand the reversals and the eclipses. Very important. That's why you always see half eclipses. All right. You already a beacon. You already a beacon for others to follow. So what? You're going for a leadership role. So don't hide the bright light you are. All right. So wait, what are you doing here? Hey, thank you, Yahweh. Yes, Yahweh, the breath of God, Yahweh. Everything is metaphorically, everything's encoded. So when you understand Yahweh, the breath of the divine, you be like, wow, so that's Yahweh, the breath. I am the breath of God. All right. So All right, let's see here. So we can understand. I left that on. So we can understand a little bit of the reversals because it's often a returning and reconnecting, reconsidering and lingering on or resisting the process of moving on here. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. So you got a leadership role here because you are a beacon for others to follow. All right. So don't hide the bright light that you are. Okay. Why are you hiding your true identity? We might get the sun here, but let's see insight. All right. So of course we go through some storms. We're not supposed to. I mean, it's not healthy to want to stay in the light, huh? I won't hide it. Yeah, don't hide your light, child. Come out, come on, come on. Uh, don't keep those blinders. Don't stay on. That's why when they say those blinders don't stay on, they don't stay on. I guarantee you that. All right. Let's go ahead. One more insight. This is a quick snapshot. All right. When you understand the tarots in reverse, you understand the retrogrades and the eclipses. Just that simple. And because it's so confusing, I'm gonna keep it very simple, and then I will move on. Because I don't want you to think I just do shadow, shadow, shadow. So I had to step it up a little bit. I gotta go where nobody really likes to go because they don't really understand, and they think it's bad. No, it's not. All right. A lot of us cope with and we got coping pattern mechanisms that we use to hide feelings, intentions. All right. Sometimes we think we're gonna get away with, and we don't get away with nothing. If you hurt somebody, you're gonna hurt. All right. You got the Page of Swords. The energy right now is they telling you to gather information. All right. Gather information. Don't assume. Don't fill in silences this month. All right. Page of Pentacles. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles. All right. I don't know why you stuck somewhere. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Strength card in reverse. This is major turning points that are going to be happening. All right. I believe when this eclipse is in Leo, this is happening in December. So this energy is going to take you all the way to December with the Judgment. Answering to a higher call. Yeah, a position of leadership. Wow. Wow. So you got Saturn's energy at the end of the day. Lead. He leads with intention. But what they telling you here, the position that you want here. What kind of position that you want here? Because this could take you from we got of course Jupiter's your higher calling, answering to your true path, your purpose. All right. So the cross here represents divinity, higher consciousness, transcendent energy, the spiritual axis, right? However you understand here. And then you have the Six of Swords here as the branded energy here. But the Emperor, he's leadership, he's confident, he moves forward, right? But he could become controlling when it's wounded, all right? So healing wounds. But then the Knight of Pentacles, right? When he's in reverse, he has, I don't know if you have, because this is giving me something different here than you normally understand the practical side of things, or maybe wanting to move. You understand me? So the Strength card, of course, is a card of strength, but it's a card of the animal, right? So this is what it is: building confidence here. All right, yeah, because you got to build confidence, right? Listen, we have human intelligence and animal. I'm gonna because it's taking me somewhere else. All right, if you're trying to find your true calling to your higher self, because at our lowest nature, we have animal instincts. It's in our DNA. We should know that. All right, we should know that we have animal instincts with human intelligence. But our higher level of calling, we are these angels. All right, this dealing with shadows and darkness. All right, whatever kind of like going back to school, moving to another country, traveling. There's something that you want to do here, but the animal, you got to understand that this animal has to be safe. You understand? Because when you're not safe in a place, it's like don't bring me back there. There's something that it does. This month is gonna say don't go there. Don't do something that you've been doing or going or something that you haven't. There's something that you're not happy with, but your animal knows it and it's not safe. All right. I don't know exactly what it is, or even being seen, expressing, don't not holding on to your gifts, your talents. You understand me? Let's say that I go to the club. When I used to go to the club, your soul gets tired. I don't want to go back there. You understand? I don't want to go hang out with certain people. All right? And these things happen so you could come and revisit this again. Because at the end of the day, your animal has to feel safe. If your animal is not safe, right, it's going to feel threatened. And you might, and it's going to be, it reacts because it has instincts. All right? But when you operate, whatever it is here, you're operating things from a higher level of awareness, from a higher level of consciousness, because we are living in tension. So tension is teaching you something, all right? And even if you want to go back to school, you want to travel, whatever you want to do here, what kind of positions are you trying to do? So what it looks like for you is answering. There's going to be an emergency, all right? It's going to require you to start planning and doing things different than, or just building confidence, all right? Because he is 6, is moving away. Look at this. All right. And this, is there an Aquarian? What's your sign? I get a lot of Aquarian energy with this only because I understand the Mercury. This could even go all the way unto the 11th month. You understand me? Because this is Aquarian energy, high intelligence, higher mind, expanding the frame, right? Taking these studies, these courses, classes. You Aquarius? You Aquarius? Oh, that's why. All right. And so yeah, so gather information. Yeah, gather information. This is an Aquarian card. Because the cloak is fine, is healing. But see, you're traveling with these wounds. You're traveling with the pain. There's 3 different parts of you. There's a part of you that knows how to move forward with the boatman. But there's the child that's hopeful for the future. And then you have the cloak figure that still is grieving. All right. But these are currents that are happening. This is because you can see the water here is clear, and that's a lot of emotion waiting for you. All right, you don't want to travel with these. I mean, of course, you remember and can you forgive? All right, yes. Can you hold these 2 polarities simultaneously? Not even at the same level that created them, because that would be ludicrous, right? Because we take time to reflect. All right, but this goes all the way until your birthday. Is your birthday? When's your birthday? All right. So when you're asking me for the next month, man, this is gonna take you all the way until your birthday, and that's when you're gonna start operating more from. Because I don't know if you want to be. There's a police officer here. There's a moving car for me. But your animal, you gotta understand. We have animal instincts with human intelligence, and sometimes when we go on instincts, we could make really, really good choices depending on the conscious, on the awareness that we have of our true nature. But when you're not aware of that, right? So this is telling you to reflect, to think, to don't act impulsively, to gather information. There could be some things that are gonna come back, all right, for the month of July, that is gonna call you to sit down, because this is an urgency, or this could be somebody very high demanding, all right. And this could be, I don't know if you want to repeat that, but at least when you do, you're going to repeat it with a higher level of consciousness, because tension doesn't go away. We need to go through these things in order to become more aware who we are, what we want, because this is one thing about purpose. It pulls you towards people, all right. But then when you have the cross here, right, it represents the connection to divinity, you with me and you and others and everything else. This is when you start seeing it, because you don't have to do things alone. There's something here that you don't have to do alone at the end of the day, all right. But anyway, the emperor represents leadership, confidence, and building on that. Who is the support system? Like if you move to another place, right, on whose foundation? Whose foundation is gonna? What foundation do you have to hold you? What skills are you prepared? All right, all right. I'm gonna leave it there. So anyway, you don't want to. There's something that you don't want to repeat, and if you do, at least you become more aware of it, because this could be very jealous. This could be very toxic. All right, and this will keep you trapped or help you feel powerless. Like I don't know, where are you in your life? All right, give me a little bit more, because I don't want to go around and around and around. But when it comes to love, the strength card in reverse, it could get really intoxicating. Something could be really intoxicating, but it's that's what you want to do. But anyway, when it comes to the emperor, he gives you confidence through structure. All right, because having a lot of structure, look, having a lot of structure and no purpose is gonna leave you trapped. Like man, there's so much that I have to do, but am I hesitating? You understand me? So because your body sends you signals. You're dealing with an intelligent body. Your connection to the divine is so crystal clear. Like, but you don't understand it because you got to look within. This is what when the planets go through these retrogrades, it's an inward. Everything else is outward when it's a direct. This is the outward energy. This is what's going out. You know? And everything retrograde is what's going in. It's giving you time to reflect because these things they don't stay on for long, sweetie. All right? So look for counseling, look for friends. But as far as your higher calling here, your true nature, you're gonna have to deal with some things that are not so comfortable. All right, but then it's gonna awaken you to your, and that's what relationships that they do anyway. They take us to our true purpose. All right, but anyway, the strength card is a card, of course, of perseverance. It's dealing with adversities. It's facing because we could be embarrassed about our past. All right, and it's a card, of course, of karma. All right, because it deals with Jupiter's and more than Jupiter than it does Saturn. Saturn would be the world card. All right, this is a form of completion. You learn your lessons. Okay, and so yeah, so there you go. I mean, I hope that it helped you and uh that you really let yourself be seen. Remember who you are, keep that light. You could lead others, but you can lead others thinking that you don't got what it takes. All right, because like I said, these don't stay on forever. And all right, these blinders don't stay on. They don't. So there's gonna be a lot of revelations here happening for you. May I get cards pulled? You're welcome. All right. That's not like I don't know what you're really hesitating for. But anyway, at least in August when we get that other eclipse, and I'm gonna talk about that during tomorrow and of course Monday. I want to talk about that because I am gonna use the reversals because normally I was doing the shadow kind of energy, but it's more obvious when you look at the Eight of Swords that those problems are around you. They're not truly happening to you. All right. May I get cards pulled regarding what's coming up for me? Rachel, the Andrew. Hey, Rachel. But anyway, you got some good cards. You got second chances. You got new beginnings. You got healthy things coming in. As far as insight, just pay attention to and don't negotiate with red flags. Uh, and whoever's trying to make you feel like, or it could be you. The problems that are there around you. You could get away from this. Hey, Rachel. Who was it? Was Rachel? You before her? Let me see. Was it Bobby or Rachel? Yeah, it was Rachel. Good morning. Can you tell me what you see coming up for me in July? I'm feeling something. Why do you feel heavy is coming on? I'm not going to talk about being direct. This is as we move forward in this channel and why being direct is so, it's one of the most important things that you could do. All right. If you've been thinking about some things, maybe you should consider changing how we doing things, right? No, but anyway, let me go ahead and give you a higher self oracle. One thing about direct statements, they get straight to the heart of the matter and it gives other person something clear to respond instead of circling around and going around in circles. Make that promise to yourself. I'm not going to circle around. I'm going to find a healthier way to express myself. All right. We like that. There's no wasted. There's nothing like wasted time. We don't understand that until wow. All right. Baby, oh, bebito malo. I was trying to look at bebito, el bebito malo. Ave Maria. That sounds like something my brother would call himself. My brother, you sound like my brother. My brother will call himself that. What are you, Puerto Rican? Puerto Rican power or it don't matter, Latino. El bebito malo, mira para allá. Okay, let's go, Rachel. Rachel, I'm gonna give you a higher self oracle. It could be really confusing because I go back and forth and trying to explain so much energy with such little time, but we're definitely gonna tap into those reversals. And you are a beacon for light to others to follow. So don't another person hiding in their light. And what you find may not be what you expect, but what you truly need. All right. Ooh, okay. When you bond with someone in the spirit, you both become a greater force for good. Okay. So bonding, bonding, bonding. Let me see. Can I get cards pulled for me, please? Hey, Righteous. Hey, Righteous. How you doing, Righteous? What's up, bebito malo? Tú eres Puerto Rico cubano. Oye, Cuba. I could throw that in with some Cuban. Anyway, yeah, we're going to talk about direct communication, why it's so important, but more importantly, have how to have a healthier conversation. All right. And more important is how to learn these cards and reversals and what they mean. Because everybody look at them in reversals, they get scared. And I don't want you guys to be in fear when you walk in here. All right. It's time to get a little bit more educated. Understanding these swords are upright. The blades are down. There's no communication. There's no need for you to fear. What makes you feel like you're trapped, like you're hesitating to make moves? What are these thoughts in your mind? The blinders, right? Like, just be mindful of blind spots this month, and not everything that looks good is good. But anyway, let's go ahead. That's nothing to worry about for you. All right, let's go ahead. I'm good, sweetie. Thank you. Let me go to Rachel. Miss D'Angelo. July, feeling something's heavy. Let's see if you get the heavy cards. All right. It could be when this started for you, feeling something heavy here. After the next read, I am gonna stop and I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain a lot of the tarot cards and the reversals. All right, so that's gonna take me like 5 minutes, especially when you see the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Cups. What planetary transits are happening? All right, through an astrological lens, the equivalent reversals. All right, they're associated with retrogrades like Saturn's lessons. All right, Neptune's fog, Pluto's transformation, and the eclipses that driven course connections rather than one single transit. You got to understand them if I am going to use them here. If not, we'll be lost. One more. Let's go ahead. Let's see what's heavy. It is boring, yeah, but I'm going to try to keep it as fun as I can. All right, one more. Let's see what's coming up for you. Right now, I'm going to give you right now. All right, I'm going to give you right now. I'm going to give you 3 cards for right now. One more. I don't want a whole line story, just like I want to give you something easy, digestible, something that you can understand. I don't want you to get caught up with too far into the future or too back in the past. One more. In the right now for you. One more. One more. Oh, who is this? You got the Sun. This is too many cards. All right. I'm going to give you one more card. I got the Sun, so I'm going to stop there. There's nothing for you to worry about. Is it friends? What's going on here? What's going on here? Because is it friends? Or what is it here? Because you got the Two of Pentacles. Let me go see what comes out. Let me see what comes out in the next deck. Because I got information overload. A lot of times when the cards fall out, that means there's astral. There's something. The universe is trying to say this is astrological. This is not. Yeah, this is like exactly what happened astrologically. So we got Jupiter Jupiter's retrograded. There are gonna be currently what is also retrograding currently right now. All right. So we got no Mars not yet. All right. There are some things that are happening. All right. That's gonna maybe it's a time for you to reflect on some things here. But anyway, you got the Sun, you got the Moon. These are eclipses. All right, when these two get together. All right, and then the Earth. So the Earth always intervenes when it's called astro. When we go into the astro, because we are in the astral realm, right? So all right, all right. So every time that you see this is what's happening. So I thought it was in March. I thought something happened in March. Cause you got here, is it something with your money? All right, because she takes clear decisions. But then you look, I don't know, and I don't want to say this. All right, because she is super. This one is superstitious. There's black cats, voodoo dolls. Do you feel like that? Do you feel that heavy? Do you feel somebody from your neighborhood or somebody? Did you went out? I want you to come in. You got to get in here with me because this is a quick. This is a snapshot. What I'm seeing here, it could be something about friends or friends like family that you go out with. Do you went out? What do you feel like? Come on, come on, come on. You got to get in here. All right, because I don't know if somebody gave you something to drink, somebody offered you something. There's something. It could be something that you're allergic to. I don't do a lot of. I gotta get into the. I gotta get into the. I gotta get into the what's the tea. All right. Nobody gave you nothing to drink, right? Nobody gave you nothing to drink. All right, because this is a very giving and receiving energy. This bring things back and forth. This is a balanced kind of energy. Maybe you off balance. I don't know if you're working. I don't know if you're going out. But the Queen of Pentacles, I mean the Queen of Wands, she's very direct and she's strong. She's strong-willed. You know, she got tons of energy. She has an overdriven. If you operate, because you know what I'm seeing here, you operating more from your son. And I'm gonna just tell you, I know exactly what they're trying to say to me. So I'm gonna cancel out the 3 of Cups, right? Because in reverse, it could mean something very different, right? Than normally a cup of being welcome, being seen. Huh? You go out? You go out a lot? You go in? No, you don't go out a lot, or you do. All right. But anyway, let me see if we get the same minute because what they trying to say to me, you're gonna have to tap more into your emotions, right? You have to tap more into your moon. Because if you operate only from your sun, right? Because she's already on her own, right? When she taps into this heart and mind coherence, right? And because you have to tap into this moon energy. All right, you got another 2 here. So you got 2 2s. Let me see. All right, yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, so I know what's going on. There's different drives operating at the same time. All right, so the Page of Pentacles, you already understand the Page of Pentacles as a studious. All right, but it's telling you to study this card is not even about doing something physical. All right, no, this is see the difference between grounding and physical is different because you go to yoga, you stretch. If you're home, you clean. Right? You declutter, you clean, you sweep, you mop, you take care of kids, you run errands, you got a lot on your plate. You got too much stuff going on at once. And that's not healthy. We think it is because society says to you, you must do so much. When we run only on this masculine energy, you're nourishing. You're leaving this behind. The moon gives you wisdom, of course, right? But when you live your emotional, your nourishment, and you run only on the masculine energy, you're going to be overly driven. And your moon is telling you, hey, 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 you got to nourish me. I need some sleep. I need you to take time and reflect. And you push yourself more than that. You understand? That's why you're feeling heavy because now when we go into this transit, as we going into the pre-shadow, right? Because it shows you right here, this is a time to tune in. You're not paying attention to your body. We can run. We've got the energy, and you might be you could be. Then you start getting frustrated with your overly driven nature. That's part of who you are, but that's not everything you are. You understand me? So what it's telling you here, easy. Anchor. Not only anchor, but nourish. Have balance. Create a time where you could take time to nourish in a day. In a day. No, 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 no. I know what I'm looking at here, right? You do a lot. You do a lot. No, 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 no. You gotta have when you run on the masculine energy, which is here, it is driven, it's focused. I want to go out, I want to do this, I gotta take care of that, right? I want to lead, I want to create. You got so much going on, you want to do it all, but you're forgetting about poor little moon. And the moon trying to come on, the part of me, I wanna, you have a soul. That is your soul, your emotions. You understand me? Because if the sun equals your identity and your spirit, because your spirit is young, but you have to, no, 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 no. When we run on that energy, we make conscious good decisions, by the way. Sometimes we don't. This my conscious, I'm gonna make decisions. I already know what I want. I'm heading, I'm headstrong, I'm determined. But then this card is also then when something happens, it's superstitious. It's thinking something is happening. And the universe is telling me, no, this is something that is within you. You got both. You got to do it on an equally. You honor your light and your emotions equally throughout the day. You got to learn how to get into that practice. All right. And I'm going to teach that here. One of the things that I'm going to be teaching here is that how to ground in a proper way. How to, because you remember, you're like these roots here. So what you got to start saying to yourself with a quick practice, feel the roots growing from your feet. And you could actually feel it. If you do it, this is simple stuff that you could do. Feel the roots growing from your feet, right? And then you start that breath work going. When you send that energy up, you inhale just 2 minutes. You start feeling, you embody, you hold it in your chest, your emotions. You feel that light sun, that moon energy together. They embrace each other. You got to learn how to slow down a little bit, all right? Hi, I will also like to know what's coming for me in July, all right? So a simple practice, and I'm going to talk about it as soon as I come back because we are overly driven. She is dynamic, she has a lot of energy, So honor your energy and your emotions equally. You're gonna have the balance here, and this is what it's telling you. Especially when I seen these two cards, you have to do that. I'm gonna teach that anyway. I don't want to give a lot away. I want to, but I'm not. I'm gonna save it for the channel members and how to communicate directly and how to express yourself in a healthier way. And don't avoid. Listen, over the sun eclipses here, because it shows you here lunar eclipses. These are partial. These are partial eclipses that are happening right now. We're on the gibbous state, right? The waxing gibbous. So we just had a one in gibbous and a one in crescent. Those are the times that you got to take a break. You're gonna be so. You got to understand these faces. They're complicated until you understand them. You get your chart. You have to do a chart, but at least start to do something because this is about your spirituality more than anything. All right, and you have to just as you exercise your body, your spiritual muscles need exercising as well because it's showing you there. This is your light. This is how you operate. This is the earth is your body. This is where your energy becomes real. You understand me? Anyway, I'll be back. I am going to talk a little bit about the quick practice that you could do. You could come back here. You could hear it again. All right. There's different drives operating at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. You got a lot. There's a lot of competition. I don't know if it's social media. Woo wee. All right. I'll be right back. I'm leaning to the side because I'm in a different setup here, and my donkey hurts. I gotta get my pillow. I'll be right back. I'm gonna give you a quick practice. That's not so much about the physical. That is more about the spiritual. That card is more spiritual than anything. So once you understand that card and have the quick balance and the embodiment practice that you can actually feel, and I'll talk about that whole sun and moon energy, the balance between it. I'll be right back. Oh. Somebody got a lot of money. Money. Money, baby. All right. Oh, God, I gotta. What the heck is my pillow? I left my pillow. Let me get my little pillow. Come here, Brownie. Come on, Brownie. All right. Okay, we are back. I develop intuitive abilities about six. Ooh, nice. I go so the spiritual side of me feels on overload. Yeah, and then especially when you feel that tingling in the top of your head and the ringing of your ears, and you have major aha moments, right? Lightning fast access to what high information and wisdom that you haven't experienced before. My goodness, right? That's high intuition and it's of course that's healing ability. So this is the time that you could heal yourself, of course. All right. So if you notice increase in creativity, powerful clear decisions making before you wasn't so clear, right? So I know that exactly. I know I've been there, and it's amazing when that sun and that sun right now is in, of course, the beautiful house of Gemini in the third house. All right. So, but this is I got a little concern with this card, but I'm not going to talk about the Three of Cups. I don't know if your money spending a lot of money. All right. There's something here that you got to be mindful of. All right. It could be your friends as well here, but we don't want to. You got to take responsibility. Okay. So they could be here, friends as well here. Okay. So anyway, you're gonna have a lot of increased vivid dreams and clairvoyant visions. All right, and a newfound sense of oneness with the entire circle of life. And when you experience that, you're gonna be like, oh my God. But getting into right now, what we're gonna get into a simple embodiment practice, and you could actually feel this. All right, we got to start using our imagination. It's a wonderful place to enjoy. It's part of who we are, and so you could stand. You could stand if you're standing, or you could sit and imagine your roots growing. The tree's right there. You imagine you're that tree, right? Those roots are growing from your feet into the earth. Okay, you're gonna imagine a soft moonlight in your chest, your emotions. You're gonna imagine a warm sunlight above your head, your purpose. You're gonna breathe. You're gonna inhale. You're gonna do this 2 minutes or longer. You're gonna breathe in, inhale. You're gonna drop all that energy from the earth. You're gonna hold it in your heart, your moon. Okay, and then you're gonna exhale. You're gonna send that upward through your crown, your sun. All right, that is good. That is all you need. That is all you need, and it's gonna recalibrate you. I'm gonna say it again. A simple embodiment practice. All right, so you can have that balance back. You're gonna balance right back. You could do it 5 minutes. Put your phone on. Put your alarm. Get your timer. Put it in 5 minutes. You need it. You need it. You need it. Okay. You're gonna have to start getting into this energy, especially when you're developing intuitive abilities. You're already intuitive. All right. Sometimes automatic that just happens automatically, right? There's things that come to you. Hey, you got these special gifts. Use them. All right. And so anyway, so just imagine your roots growing from your feet into the earth. Okay. And then a soft moonlight in your chest, your emotions, a warm sunlight in your head, above your head, actually, your purpose. And you're going to breathe in, inhale. You're going to hold it for a couple of seconds. Maybe, huh? You're going to do that. You're going to feel amazing. We need these little quick practices because this is what this card is telling you. This doesn't do nothing physical. This is not a physical card at all, period. We use it because it's a symbolic language. You could use the cards however you want, but I came to give you the truth, and that's what I'm going to give you. All right, outside of what it really means and what it represents as your energy. This is where your energy becomes real here. All right, this is you having this human experience here. All right, this is the things that are abstract that we can really understand. You understand me? So you're gonna just hold it in your heart. All right, just like practicing gratitude. All right, the same thing. You're gonna hold it. You're gonna hold it in your chest. You're gonna hold it in your heart. And you're going to send all that gratitude. You're going to send that up. Just send it up. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it for a couple of seconds. 1, 2, 3. You say it in your head. I'm going to teach that. And then you exhale. You send it upward through your crown, your sun. And then you recalibrate. This is cosmic recalibration. That's what it's called, all right? And so when they all agree, your power, your lead, all right? You feel more confident. You follow your intuition, all right? This is a sign of completion here, right? You got to understand that you don't have to do it, but this is what Saturn does here. All right. When Saturn is in the reverse, he gives you that time here to have more a disciplinary. All right, we need discipline in order for us to because you want to be successful, you want to lead with both heart and mind, with clear decision making here. But it requires sun and moon's energy, how to have that balance here. Okay, because otherwise she's very dynamic. One thing about the Queen of Wands, she's all about what? The fire, Mars, sun energy, bold. All right. She's confident. She takes initiative. All right. They take charge. And they trust their instincts here. So trust in your instincts here. But anyway, the moon gives you wisdom, and the sun, of course, it thrives you. It's your identity. It's your spirit. It's free to shine. I mean, I wish I could stay with this energy a little longer. All right. You become whole instead of fragmented when you operate from your higher selves. All right. Because at the end of the day, you're essentially working with a tree of life within yourself. All right. And when you align there, you trust your feelings without overthinking, and you don't rush decisions. All right. And you feel what's true before you move. All right. And if not, confusion happens. You start feeling heavy. All right. So, Saturn just brings us that discipline so we could get the things done. All right. And sometimes we surrender. All right. We have that level of surrender. But when we surrender, it has to be for a purpose, right? Not everything earns your surrender. All right. But anyway, Saturn makes us have that level of surrender and that karmic lesson. Person on my mind, when will they break the silence? All right, Rachel, I hope that that helped you. All right, listen to your intuition, listen to your body. You're dealing with such an intelligent body. All right. We have the animal. It says it there. Human intelligence and animal instincts. All right. You're welcome. You're gonna be all right. Okay. You're gonna be fine. Understand a little bit of the reversals. They also represents Sun of Revelations, faded courses, corrections. Okay? And if you notice an increase in these cards, that suggests unfinished business during eclipses. All right? And so that's energy flowing outward, invisible. All right. In the reverse, the energy is turning inward, being blocked, delays, and reconsidering. And it's all about transformation. And once you understand that we all have things that we came to do here. All right. University Earth, this is what we get to experience. This is where our spirit, our energy comes alive. All right. And what pushes you to do the things that you came here to do. All right. It's like somebody says, you know what? When it comes to your career, I'm unhappy at work, but I haven't acted on something yet. But during the eclipse season, you receive an unexpected job, right? Or your department restructures, or you realize it's time to pursue a different path, a higher calling, all right? That pushes decisions that have been building beneath the surface, all right? It's like a new chapter begins so we can fully see where we're not really seeing where it's leading yet, but it's leading you to something greater, and you're gonna be so amazed by it. You'll be like, wow, I didn't know that this happens. Pay attention a little bit more to what's going on in the universe. All right? Thank you so much. Let's go ahead to the next person. So it's very important to understand these cards in the reverse. They're not bad. It's just a time to reflect, to go in. All right? Changes are happening. All right? Sometimes it's an alarm. Hey, you got to take care of this. Sometimes it's a beautiful new opportunity that comes in, a blessing from the sky. So you got to continue to express and say to the universe that you welcome blessings into your life, that your work keeps getting better, even if you don't see your way yet. All right, you gotta and be thankful for the opportunity and this gift called life. Who's the next person? I think it was Bebito. Bebito, righteous. Hey from New Zealand. If Bebito's here, if he's not here, I'm gonna take Rachel. I don't want to pin you and then you left. I'll be here for another 2 hours. All right, go ahead with your question. Uh, well, if they don't break communication with you, what's her name? Yazzie, Bella. Hey, Bella. They might do it in the next 9 days. Right now, we're in the pre-shadow of Mercurio retrogrado, and of course, that brings back what was unfinished. All right, all the angle it could cause delays and blockages. All right, if the lesson is learned, the person moves on. Okay, I wish I could have explained the whole thing about the feminine intuitive energy. All right, and how we working with a tree of our own life and how to have more balance in a real effective way because it starts with self permission. I'm not gonna ask, is this okay? Is this true for me? And if it's true for you, you take the space, the clarity. You allow it. You take that space. You take that clarity. When it comes to relationship, you never give more than what is being. You gotta match what you're giving, what's being returned. That's balance calibrated generosity, not self denial. So it's gonna get really powerful. It's gonna be really intense. But be direction with your communication at the end of the day. All right. Get to the heart of the matter. Start lingering. All right. Get straight to the point because it helps communication stay clear, honest, and effective. All right. And you're gonna save yourself a lot of time. All right. You want your person to receive the message now. All right. People already know what they want. It's subconscious. It's there. All right. Your boyfriend is your subconscious mind. So learning how to clear your genetic memory. All right. So those things go slow and easy. All right. One step at a time. It's not gonna happen overnight. Let's go ahead. Righteous, is she here? Are you here? What was your question? You're single? Okay. Is Yassi here? Come on, I'm ready for you. Is she here or she left? All right, let's see. What was your question? I told you to put it again. I know. Put it so I don't have to scroll up. Now I got to scroll up. It's okay. Can you do a reading on my journey, please? I'm from New Zealand. All right, let's see your journey. I think I pinned it already. Yeah, I pinned it. I'm sorry, I did pin it. All right, let's see your journey. Let's see what journey you're on. Oh, sweat. The Four Swords came out. The Four Swords came out. What are you doing right now? All right, because what are you doing now? The Four Swords it flipped. All right, but let me see what you get here. All right. I'm gonna give you 3 cards. I might give you more. I always say that, but I'm extra. Let's go ahead. I'll be here for another what? I'll be here for another 2 hours. One more. One more. Wow, one more. As we tap into the great power from the divine spirit of all there is, so enlightens all life and animates all things. Here we go. One more. One more. And thank you. All right, here we go. The Sun, okay. I'm going to go in the middle. The 4. And I'm going to go a little bit under. And the A, the journey, a pilgrimage. Do you believe in mysticism? Do you believe what you believe in? Because it's whatever this is, it's whatever you believe. All right? So you got the 2 of Cups in reverse. And that's telling me that there was a separation. Well, there's a separation here with someone, okay? Because I'm not seeing eye to eye with somebody. There's a divorce, or there could be, what is going on here? I want you to share a little bit with me. All right? Because the Justice card showed up. All right? Differences of opinions. I don't know if you're thinking of walking away, but this is what's happening. Could it be a divorce? This rarely comes out because this is a card of cause and effect. But when Venus goes into the, huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, God. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, sweat. I'm sorry to ask you this. Was this violent? Was this in the street? This was in the street. This was gang related? Because I got the 5 of Swords here. All right? Or was he dealing with mental? All right, I'm sorry. If you don't want to have to go there, I know it's a sensitive topic. Give me a little bit of something here. All right? The Justice card doesn't show up because it's a card of cause and effect. All right? and it deals with the laws before the laws. All right, before the first form of government was justice. All right, there's the code of Hammurabi, an eye for an eye. So if you go study the code, and I have our baby son, he passed away in a. Oh, damn! Sorry. Oh man. All right. Because I seen the Four of Swords before this came out. All right. And so you want some answers here. All right. You want answers here because this is the sun represents clarity and but there's something here. It was, of course, it was painful walking away because she said this is I don't know exactly what it is. Let me see what you said. All right, you want answers. Have you gone to court? Because this is an evaluation. There's still an unpending evaluation. When this doesn't come out, because this is saying if you prepare well, if you took care of the paperwork, you're gonna meet justice with justice. All right, justice is gonna prevail at the end of the day. The truth will be revealed. This is about accountability. All right, and so this is I'm sorry for your loss. All right, I don't know if this was a drunk driver or there's something here with the Five of Swords. All right, because something is still pending here. And so the journey that you're on, a lot of times they just show me I'm walking away from something because there's something here about there's like an apathy because this is a card of apathy, boredom. But when it comes, this is a moment to reflect. This is a moment to evaluate, and this is seeing if it's truly worth moving. Are you planning to move? Because the sun represents identity, a change of identity, a change of something, scenery. You need, see, when I get this energy, is my identity, my source. All right, the provision, shelter, home. You understand me? But the justice card again, it's a card of cause and effect. Oh, you're moving. Okay. All right. And so you basically wanted to know if it's gonna go, because this is at the end of the day, this is a beautiful card because it reveals it exposes something, but it changes. Are you looking to change your identity or to a new place here? All right, something different. So I believe it's gonna go well. The only thing here is you might not like it at first because you got to get used to neighbors. The weather, is the weather going to be the same to a new place? Okay. So what was the so what? Because a lot of times you got to understand they show me what's happening, not what is to come, because that's just the way the universe is. But when you get the sun, man, you better believe it that your future looks amazing. All right, not having all the answers right now. Sometimes you close. I mean, I don't know what to say at this point here. All right. See, I believe in death. For me to deal with death when people lose a loved one is one of the most hardest things for me because I don't believe in death. I believe in transition of the soul. All right. This. Listen, you had your person in you. Your person will always be with you. You had them in the physical. You have them in the spirit. They're not gone from you. All right. We occupying, according to string theory, we occupying 11 different dimensions into one space. All right. So there are things that you could do to keep life for your person. You understand? And so the sun is the most rewarding. It's the most amazing, beautiful, uplifting, very intense, very joyous card. So now we have so are you gonna move? Are you gonna move in October? Right. This is an October kind of energy. October 1st, or let's say here September, between September 30th to October 1st. All right. So is it gonna go well? Yes. But I'm gonna give you something here because this is going on a pilgrimage. All right. These are hopes, fears. What if you make the wrong choice? Right. I don't know if you're gonna like it. So there's your hopes, your fears. But the sun brings you clarity, and it exposes what's hidden. Right. It's a light that keeps in your heart. So your presence in your heart. All right. And so they never leave you. I think that for me anyway. All right. Again, I'm so sorry for your loss. what could you expect here on your journey? And you and you a single mom. Let me hear give you one more. Uh, all right. All right, so the nightmare is over. They don't worry. You have anxiety worries. You might be very overwhelmed here. All right, you overwhelmed. I know. All right, you don't. You got to start believing and trusting in what's in your subconscious mind. All right, with signal single dad or single mom. All right, but anyway, the magician here. You know when the magician comes out, the energy's intense here, all right? Because magic, and I like talking about the magician because he chooses one channel, all right? He knows direction. He knows, he's very resourceful, all right? One thing about the magician, but that you got to understand there's more happening beneath the surface than you can currently see. So stay open, all right? Stay open to new possibilities and unexpected opportunities. All right, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna trust in synchronicities because it's here with the sun. The sun says, "Allow me to take you on a new journey." All right, allow me to take you on your appointed path, as you allow this, because you gotta allow, you gotta welcome. All right, because the universe, that's how the universe works. All right, when it comes to manifestations, you sending out decree, you pray your petitions, you're focusing on the end goal here is to be successful, to fall in love again, to have justice for your person, right? So all those things are going to be successful. It could even take a year, okay? It could take October because I'm looking at the energy that this corresponds to in the sign of Libra. All right, but justice is about equality for all, right? Fairness, accountability. So make sure you check all your documents. Make sure you check the living, the cost of living, the equity if it's a house. I mean, there's a lot here. I'm giving you so much information because when the justice it didn't came out. All right. Oh, you a Libra? Oh, okay. You should have said that to me. That is my card. you you should have said that. But normally I get it like this, so that didn't surprise me. But I'm not gonna be impressed by that. But at the end of the day, here, trust in synchronicities and many in meaningful coincidence. All right, and remember that your thoughts and intentions and actions they're gonna help you shape your experiences. All right, believe that change can always okay, and it always comes in ways that we may not what that have planned. You understand me? So approach life with wonder, with curiosity, and faith. Put a lot of faith in it, all right? Because this is asking you follow your intuition, okay? Take inspired action towards your goals. Allow room for surprises and blessings, okay? And so, where am I being invited to believe in possibilities beyond what I can currently see? You understand me? So, stay open. The unseen is at work, and possibilities are greater than they appear right now. And a lot of times when the sun comes out, your future looks amazing, even if you can't see it right now. Yeah, all right. So but trust in that, all right? Trust in your intuition. That is your compass, that is your guidance system. And your intuition is of course your emotions or are your navigation system. So trust that, all right? Especially if you're very intuitive. You are very intuitive and you're very feeling led. All right, so honor that. And sometimes we don't really know how to understand. How do I know what I know? What I know? How I know it? And so you know, all my best to you. Hope is that sense. At the end of the day, we all have hope that something good is still possible, even when the present moment is difficult. All right, it's that quiet belief that the future can it looks amazing. It could heal. It could improve, right? This four cups doesn't have to be your identity, all right? Don't build identity and don't hold on to what was lost. Look at what's still remaining, right? You said you have a son. All right, so just look at what's remaining. A lot of times, we start getting worry how I'm gonna make it. Why does this happen? We ask a lot of questions. We become disconnected from our emotions. We miss opportunities. because we're wondering, now what I'm gonna do. Notice, understand that everything has a purpose, a meaning, right? So don't hold on too much to something that could be so wonderful. This is a beautiful experience. I don't know how else to say it to you, but all my best to you. I know this is difficult, but I guarantee you that with the magician's energy, he's bringing you. And of course you got Mercury, and when Mercury goes in your house right now, is in retrograde. This is the time to go in and reflect. All right, if you're not open right now, it's okay. You don't have to open right away. This takes gradually. The two of cups represents mutual respect, soul connections. All right, but we get so many soulmates. All right, but having that connection, that soul bond, it's not an easy thing. So again, I'm sorry for your loss, and I hope that you recover, rest, take time for you, for your child. Always be intentional. Follow your desires. Follow what your dreams are telling you. Listen to your instincts, intuition, and instincts. Intuition is different than instinct because the instincts here is more of a survival. Your intuition is greater than that. All right. And so the reflection of the sun and moon energy here. But at the end of the day, you don't want to stay divided and fragmented. All right. You want to become whole. You want justice at the end of the day. And that's what you're going to get, when there's accountability, there's truth, and there's fairness. And this is what you hold right? You hold the sword of truth and the scales of balance. All right. So always do your best to be good to yourself, honor your feelings and your emotions, and just believe in miracles. Practice gratitude. Send all that out to the universe, and you understand the law of cause and effect. You understand the law of attraction, and remember, keeps your thoughts positive. All that good stuff that the magician represents. I mean, out of the many, many, many things, one thing at a time. All right, he doesn't scatter his energy. He's intentional about what he wants to do. All right, you're welcome. Okay. All right, I'm going to take another break. If somebody else has a question, go ahead. If not, I'm going to talk about how to have more direct communication, why it's important. Okay, and it is a traditional virtue, of course. All right, when you honestly say what is true rather than hiding it. All right, and it takes courage, being willing to express what needs to be said, and of course integrity, aligning your words with your actual thoughts and your feelings. Respect, valuing other people's time and attention. Clarity, okay, as you help yourself, you help others understand reality more accurately. And that is what I like to give here. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes to the ears you know, that are sensitive, I might come off a little bit harsh, but that's not my intention at all. All right. But then I understand a lot of things that are influencing. All right. And when you become aware, they be like, oh, okay. All right. And can I be safe in the middle? All right. That space between extremes. All right. I don't choose sides. All right. Sorry, I was gone. Hey, Kutachi. Hi. It's all right, sweetie. Let's go to the next person. All my best to you, Libra. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that you were here. Who's the next person? I think Bebito. Bebito left. I'll be right back. All right. I'm gonna talk about the little direct expressions. Just a quick. I always like to run through the energy. All right. Oh God, my back is killing me now. I don't know if I'm gonna make. I don't know if I'm gonna make another hour. I gotta change my. I gotta change my chair. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know who my name. I really need to do something. My back, yeah, my back hurts. I gotta change my setup. Call you do that great. Your mind is an extension, a direct extension with the divine. You better believe that. I'm going to talk about the unity consciousness. I'm going to talk about why consciousness should be centered. And, of course, unconditional love, unity with all. And I'm going to eat me, give me a second. I'm eating my granola bar. Thank you, sweetie. All right, I guess there's nobody here, so I'm going to be going. If you have one more question, go ahead. Who's here? Uh, to talk, Nakshi, give me your, are you here? Who's here? Nobody likes discipline, the higher self. Nobody likes it. It's so important. It's one of the most important things so you can start awakening your soul. All right? And the essence of the energy, all right? Because you understand that magic is the mother of eternity. And when you start to understand intention, polarity, contrast, you start uncovering your true identity. And how these retrogrades and these eclipses affect us greatly. With that being said, let's enjoy this beautiful end of Gemini season and into the beautiful, emotional, intuitive, caring, protective family. Home oriented, loyal, and nurturing, sensitive to the energies around them. Cancer, tomorrow, I cannot wait. And of course, it represents the home and family. All right? That's healing your relationships with Mercury in the house. So I cannot wait. That's one of my best months for me. And of course, having a child of Cancer. I'm so proud. Let's go ahead. So are you here or not? Are you still here? Give me your sign. I'm not picking up your name. So yeah, I'm gonna change my setup because I'm in a smaller chair. I move faster with this chair, but I have a big chair. And this chair I move faster, but the other one is bigger. It's more comfortable. But this one is really killing my back. I can't suffer like this. I like to be at my most comfortable. Yeah. So I'm gonna return back to. Are you not here? All right. So anyway, having a let me just go ahead in. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and why getting straight to the point is important. Not only it helps you communicate better, clearer, more honest, right? You don't have time to think about it unless you have a problem with articulation, which I'm going to help with all that because I did have that problem as well. So, and some benefits could include saves time. People understand your message faster. It reduces confusion. We are very smart. All right. We have this incredible brain that works 10 times better than a computer. All right. And so we got to understand that we are some beautiful, incredible human beings. All right. We don't need a chip inverted in our brain for us to know things. All right. We equip, we come like that. All right. All we got to do is practice. It's study. It's gather information. That's what we have to do. We have to just study. We study, we're successful, period, at the end. There's nothing that you can't do. All right? So, in this, of course, the benefits are reduce confusion. There's less room for misunderstanding. It shows confidence. You trust your message enough to state it clearly. You respect others. You value their time and attention. It solves problems quicker. And everyone knows what the real issue is. Okay? And of course, it creates stronger boundaries. And this is one of the things that we're challenged because we don't set those boundaries. You know, we don't have time to think about boundaries. We say yes out of desperation, out of fear, I'm going to lose them. Rejection is one of the biggest things that I see here. And so we go with somebody because we think we're not going to find somebody else or I'm going to settle. But anyway, these eclipses, these retrogrades help us and push us forward. And they happen, you know. So when you see the cards in reversals, all right, that's an instant review and reflection, revisiting the past. They also bring you revelations and turning points and those sudden changes, all right? So anyway, so when you don't state your boundaries, right, that's what happens. When you don't say what needs to be said, I'm not gonna accept certain things. All right, you say what you need and what or you won't accept. You be clear. All right. So direct statements, of course, they go straight to the heart of the matter and it gives the other person something clear to respond. All right. Getting straight to the point is about seeking truth over avoidance. It means facing what is really happening rather than circling around it. That doesn't mean being harsh. It means being clear and compassionate at the same time. Can we be clear and compassionate? Normally we just curse somebody out because it's faster. Because this is our conscious thoughts, what I'm thinking when I'm angry. So before we communicate, we regulate. All right, we recalibrate. We are connected cosmically, all right, universally to this incredible, powerful, incredible force that we all call love. It's dark, it's light, it's both, and how to integrate it, how to bring them to have cohesive, to integrate, right? How to make them cooperate with each other, all right? Your spirit might want one thing and your soul wants another, all right? Anyway, listen, getting straight to the point is considered a virtue when balanced with kindness and wisdom. And those traditional virtues is honesty, saying what is true rather than hiding it, being willing to express what needs to be said, aligning your words with your actual thoughts and feelings, respecting, valuing people's time and attention, clarity, helping others understand reality more accurately. So getting straight to the point, don't negotiate with red flags. You already know. You already know what's gonna happen. And if you don't know, take some time. All right. Some people got what the 90-day rule. All right. And ask yourself regularly when you try to get that balance. Am I center? Am I trying to secure? If you're trying to secure, just pull back gently. If you're center, if you trust yourself in the center, you proceed slowly. All right. You adjust without abandoning yourself. And how to be vulnerable is one of those important things without losing myself. It's not oversharing, over explaining, over performing. It's not collapsing. It's very grounded in it when you do it right. All right. It's just telling a lot of times telling the truth or your inexperience without trying to control the outcome. It's not hoping somebody responds a certain way. It's just truth and respect. The justice cards give you that. All right. It's truth, accountability, and respect. Okay. And so there it goes. Be honest about your feelings. Give that person time to respond. Don't assume. Don't try to fill in the blanks. Don't do none of that. All right. Just be honest with what you truly, truly want. And when it comes to your desires, I get a lot of questions asked about my desires, and the desire is different than intention. What are the intentions? They could be desiring one thing. They could have an intention with you, but their desires are something different. All right. When you could recognize a desire, all right, that could be a turning point for you of growth and fulfillment. All right. What do you truly want? What am I trying to achieve? What am I longing for? Am I honoring my desires or am I suppressing them? Are they coming from my heart and from my ego? All right. They contain information. So listen to your desires. They guide you. All right. Pay attention to what you feel. All right. Your heart, your soul, and spirit. Uh, what it really wants. All right. Acknowledge what you generally desire. Stop minimizing your wants and your dreams. Get clear about what it is that you want and allow yourself to pursue what inspires you and what energizes you. Okay. And I'm going to leave it there and hope. All right. So again, this is a Saturn's discipline, higher self energy. And of course, astrologically, he rules Capricorn and he rules Aquarius. All right, depending on your rising sign and you know where he's at in your birth chart. So when it comes to the reality principle and the relationship, if you understand that Venus is attraction and Jupiter is expansion and Saturn is structure, commitment, and responsibility, all right? So he represents commitment over fantasy, choosing someone for the long term, not just feeling. Boundaries and emotional maturity, time, patience, and endurance, karmic lessons in relationship. He's all about what you must learn before love stabilizes. Serious decision in marriage, long-term partnerships, responsibility, all right? Is this love real enough to survive time, pressure, and truth? All right. So it's a slow building relationship. It tests in love. All right. And especially when it comes to distance. All right. When it comes to emotional walls, when it comes to delays. All right. It tests your fear of abandonment or rejection. All right. You got to work through those. Partners who feel serious, older, reserved, and emotionally cautious. All right. So he's about the mature love. All right. That Saturn becomes powerful, loyal, and stable, long-lasting love, emotional safety built through trust. We build this together type of love. All right. Deep respect and reliability. All right. So Venus, I want you. Jupiter, I believe in us. And Saturn, I choose you. And I will stay and build with you. All right. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you guys all on the next live. Again, understand these planetary, these transits that are happening. Okay, understand them a little bit. Let me see. Oh no, she didn't say anything. All right. Understanding that in a deeper sense, contrast teaches you because growth requires comparison. So the soul evolves by experiencing polarity. All right. I'm waiting for you to ask me. I don't know you were still here. Remember that polarity is light, dark, closeness, distance, certainty, and doubt. So when someone's words don't match their actions, the tension is contrast, teaching you discernment. It builds emotional intelligence. You start recognizing pattern. What feels secure triggers anxiety. It expands your contracts you. Contract sharpens your inner compass. Without contrast, everything blends together. All right. And without tension, everything collapses to one side. All right. So one thing about contrast, it creates a tension, drama. All right. When you start seeing clearly, emotional confusion next to clarity makes clarity feels obvious. It exposes attachment truths. Sometimes we stay because of hope. Contrast forces reality to stand next to fantasy. It strengthens your choices when you feel both healthy and unhealthy dynamics. Your future choices become more conscious. You don't fall into love. You choose differently. All right. The awakened don't fall into love. They rise into it. All right. So if there's no contrast, there will be no awakening. I'm gonna talk a little bit about. I'm gonna go ahead with you. Are you still here? Are you still here, or you don't? Or you don't want it? You don't want the discipline. All right. I don't know which cards. I'm gonna go into which card signal. A healthy reversal healing. How to know the healthy reversal healing energy when you see the tarot cards in reverse. So when you see them here, you already know. You already. What was your question? Go ahead with your question. The most widely recognized are the devil in reverse. That's healthy healing. Okay? That is a healthy reversal. The death in reverse. That is a healthy reversal. The judgment in reverse. The five of cups in reverse. The five of wands. The ten of swords. The five of pentacles. The seven of swords. The ten of wands. The four of pentacles and the four of cups in reversals. They all signal that a difficult cycle is beginning to loosen. It is ready to be released and healed. Okay? So, understand these transits, all right, and what to look for, all right? Through the astrological lens, the equilibrium reversal is most often associated with retrograde Saturn's lessons, Neptune's fog, Pluto's transformation, and eclipse-driven course connections rather than one single transit. So when you start to understand it, oh, that's why those cards are coming out in retrograde, in reverse. Let's go ahead with your question. What energy are me? Wait, I'll meet going to the Japanese event today. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Let's give you a who is it. Let me stop putting these away. Give me 1 second. I got who is it. And you come back and tell me. Come back and tell me. I'm gonna give you an I don't care. I wanted to stay a little bit longer. I did put my pillow. I'm going to give you an I don't care. I'm going to give you who is it. We're going to get a little bit. I don't think you need what's the tea. I'm putting the higher self away. I just wanted to explain a little bit about and celebrate Saturn's Day and how to understand through an astrological lens, the equivalent of these reversals. Very important, and why I don't use them here, but because you guys think I don't know, I'm going to bring it heavy. Ooh, wee. All right, I'm not trying to avoid it. You're just not gonna understand it, and so I say I gotta take a time where I really have time, and today's the day. So let's see who is it for you when you go to the Japanese event. Be safe out there. All right. Let's step into the great powerful divine spirit of all there is. Tomorrow I'm gonna explain a little bit about spirit, matter, your energy, and your connection to the divine. What are the pentacles telling you? All right, because it seems like you're holding on to your energy. Let your energy become real. This is where your energy becomes real. All right? Don't hold on to it. Don't hold on to your gifts and talents. All right? Don't do that. All right? Now, baby. Baby. One more. When you get Pisces rising and put Aries in the second house, and Saturn's current transit in Aries is encouraging you to build practical stability around your gifts, talents, and your self-worth. All right, so don't forget that. Let me go ahead here. One more. Okay. All right, you got the Two of Swords. I was gonna say, all right. So you got the Two of Swords. Don't rush here. Don't rush. This is not gonna be. Don't rush this. All right. Don't feel pressure. This person is gonna be older than you. All right. Or you could have two. You could meet two people here. What is your name again? I can't. Kutachi. Is that I'm a little bit to my left. I'm not exactly behind the. I'm not exactly because I'm using a new device. I'm not exactly behind the phone like I usually be. All right. So you're gonna have two people here. You got a younger, so you're gonna be stuck with a decision. But once we get this eclipse happening, it's gonna bring you to that full. That's when you start seeing things clearly. It doesn't happen until those things happen, or when Mercury goes. You're gonna be stuck like this until Mercury goes direct. All right. And I believe it's gonna go direct in Cancer, or it's gonna move over to Leo. All right. And that's when you start seeing things. Because we got partial eclipses there. All right. So what's hiding beneath the current? It's going to just give you that opportunity. Sometimes we need that energy like that. Let me see. Let's see who is it. All right. Oh, one card already shift. Are you wearing makeup? You wearing makeup? Are you going to wear makeup? You should have asked me what. Are you wearing white clothing? What are you wearing? Come on, connect with me. Don't be so quiet. Are you wearing white clothes? What are you wearing? All right, what are you wearing? Because I seen a white, flowy. I'm looking at symbolism here, okay? It doesn't have to be the makeup. I don't know if this person likes that, all right, or don't like it, or they like plain. They like simple, all right? I'm keeping it very, very earthy, by the way. I'm keeping it very physical. It is a physical card, but it's more of a spiritual energy for me. Everybody understand the energy different. You have muscle. You have somebody that's muscular, brown eyes, and so you got here this. All right, muscular. This guy here. This guy here. This guy goes to the gym. This guy works out. All right. So you're gonna have to choose between two. I don't know so much because this is showing me something here. And I'm looking. I want to look behind her. I don't know. She doesn't wear no. You don't wear anything? You got black. Oh, so this. Okay. Say it. All right. So you're going to go plain. You're going to go like this. You're going to go plain. All right. There goes nicely dressed. There goes another one in tall. All right. So this was at the bottom. I normally don't bring that out. All right. So I'm looking at the black, the brown eyes. You got muscular. You got somebody nice dressed. That could be this gentleman. This one's probably gonna wear a t-shirt. Turquoise glasses I have with dark brown. Oh, so this is you, turquoise. That's what this is up here. Say it, say it. Or unless sometimes we don't get it. All right. So turquoise. You wearing a turquoise? What you wearing? I am a muscular a little. Yeah. Oh, I'm turquoise glasses and I have a dark. Oh. I'll probably wear dark brown pants with light gray. Oh, that's nice. Nice. All right. So you are wearing. I'm like, wait a minute, because I'm looking at the symbolism around it, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be that. Okay. So, but anyway, you're gonna have a choice. You're gonna have a choice here. So what it's telling you, don't rush no decisions. All right. Don't rush decisions here. It's gonna be a lot of music. What kind of music is this? What kind of music is this? Gonna be really? It's gonna be a lot of music. You like rap music? What kind of music you like? All right. Talk to me a little bit. Are you new here? Are you new? It's probably Japanese, but it's like hard. It's like the hard Japanese. Oh, it's like the hard Japanese, right? Because I've seen the Five of Swords. But anyway, at the end of the day, when it comes to the king here, this is a career, money, almost somebody that's stable. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but when it comes to relationships, this is building slow. This is not rushing. This is a little crack in the door. Meet curiosity with curiosity. Don't start talking about long-term plan because I see you there. I want commitment. That becomes this is something that you could see, and this is what the pentacle is so obvious. Don't be obvious. Don't be obvious. You want to be too obvious, all right? This whatever this is here is not love. It's decisions. Make it with clarity. Don't go all extra. All right. This express action through words. All right, and actions. So here, not too much information. Don't expect somebody to give you these big grand gestures because that's not what it is. I want you to calm down. No, don't do none of that. All right. All right. This doesn't promise butterflies instantly, every second. All right. This is mature love, not fantasy. All right. Don't at all. Period. All right. Don't. You could be, and at the same time, you could be a little playful, not till you lose. Because when I get a lot of pages like this, they talking to me about mental balance here. All right. It's like two in one. I usually get everything in one shot. So why not understanding the balance between the maturity and the curiosity, so you don't lose yourself completely, because you don't want to sit there like what overthinking. I know what to say. Be playful. Be curious. All right. Don't try to connect too quickly. All right. Make sure that you have yourself together mentally. With the mental, because you could be, there could be challenges here, right? Because at the end of the day, if I give you the shadow, if something feels off, all right, stay in. There's a comfort here. All right. So if something falls off or somebody likes routine, you notice what you really want and don't want. All right. If somebody's overly focused on status, material, appearances, all right, and that's what the King of Pentacles, they focus on a lot of the outward appearances, money, possessions. You understand me? So don't look at it from that lens, all right? Because the balance between the pages and this energy and these King's thoughts about learning to stay open-hearted without becoming immature and becoming wise, without becoming emotionally closed off. You got it? I'm having pages with curiosity, innocence, and emotional honesty. Okay, there's hope here. But the child self, that's the one that still believes something meaningful is possible. So I want you to go in with that lens. All right? The king presents maturity, emotional mastery, responsibility, grounded wisdom, okay, and self-awareness. Those are the things that I want to teach the people here. A lot of times when I get this pair, because that's what it's telling you, how to have that balance. But when we're not self-aware, we feel like we got to be so rigid, so stuck. We stay, like, how to keep myself from hardening or floating up in the air. If something sometimes doesn't, love, emotions, they don't have to be so big, gigantic. It's needed, it's chemistry. But sometimes relationships, when they start slow, they last for a long time. All right, they do. But when the chemistry is strong, bam, right? We get so caught up with the looks and we forget about the heart. Because, when you a healthy adult, of course, still keeps some page energy alive. wonder, creativity, trust, intuition, emotional safety, and the ability to what? To open, all right? The courage to begin again. So you're here beginning again. This is something new. This doesn't carry no karma. So I like it because you're not carrying no karma, right? But this says I will not deal with my feelings right now. That's what that card is saying. All right? I can and I won't deal with my feelings right now. So anyway, the faith of a child is needed, all right? Because the faith of a child is not naive blindness, but openness, because you have this here without cynicism at the same time. Because a healthy king energy protects that innocence with discernment, all right? Boundaries, emotional regulation, wisdom from experience, self respect, understanding consequences, right? Because without the page, the adult can become emotionally hard and overly logical, disconnected from joy, afraid of vulnerability and spirituality, exhausted. All right? So I will shoot them all down because this is one of the most important things that you will take with you. All right? If nothing feels electrical, you'll know. All right? But don't, and that's what we get afraid of, you know. Wow, I don't feel nothing. Oh, I don't feel nothing. Okay, great relationships are crafted. They're not, they right? Slow. All right? They take time, patience, understanding. All right. If not, you're gonna self sabotage. All right. So you don't have nothing to worry about here. Okay. What it's telling you, you know, we become our own enemies here because we don't listen to our inner wisdom, right? And just be direct, but use your discernment. All right. I think that you was kind of a little scared for me to give you was some energy here, right? So playful affection mixed with emotional stability. Romance mixed with consistency. Emotional openness without losing self-control. Okay? And so you take that energy with you and be responsible. All right? Be responsible. A lot of people don't want to come in because they don't want to be, they don't want it. And it's okay. It's a small, listen, little small practices. In a year, you'll be like, wow, I got so much better. I got in so much, and you are. And that's the whole beauty about when we enter a mature relationship, right? That we don't have to continue to go back. And of course, at least we can meet things from a high level of consciousness. We don't have to do things, right? Or try to win or try to be no more than the person. I'm going to win. I'm going to try to, because then this leads into avoidance here, all right? And then you have to start again, but you're going to start again back to the two, all right? If you be impatient, all right? Just trust in your gravity, trust in the process of things, trust in the things that you cannot see, that everything is what is lurking beneath the surface, all right? You got to understand that. And when you do, your relationships, they can look playful, affection mixed with a lot of emotional stability, all right? We want the intensity because that's what we're used to, all right? We want the commitment, yeah. All right, we want a commitment that becomes tangible. Who doesn't want that? I want to live with you. I want to move in with it together. I want to build wealth and assets together. I want long-term commitment. I want to share business. Who don't want that? We all do. All right? But at the end of the day, stable, committed power here. All right, what kind of relationships that we're building? I want to build something real, something that doesn't easily fall apart. All right? When we handle control differently. You got it. I want you to learn. When you come in here, you're gonna learn how to operate from a whole different lens. I'm gonna teach you that it's okay to step back. How many things, what have you been through? You don't want to go in with the same lens that you had it, right? Because this could go the sexual dynamic. This energy isn't wild, all right? It is grounded, sexual, and deeply embodied rather than impulsive, all right? This is slow, sensual, and intentional. This isn't lust or pure lust-driven energy. This is not what you're looking at. You got it? This is not, no, this is not what you're looking at. No, 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 not this. All right? There's a focus on touch, comfort, and enjoying the body. I'm taking my time to actually feel you. We want to feel each other. Then chasing intensity. It's consistent, it's reliable. That's a steady rhythm, baby. You feel me? It may not be explosive every time, but it's dependable, satisfying. It grows stronger. Won't you rather have that? Won't you rather have that? Ooh, all right. That's the love that'll knock you off your feet. When they want to know your whole body. I'm talking about the senses. All right, and it's satisfying. It grows. All right. Both partners tend to prioritize each other's comfort, pleasure in a very practical way, baby. Don't you want that? Don't you want, man? Listen, I want to have you from top to bottom, man. You'll be, your eyes will go crooked. All right, and I'm going to talk about the amazing pleasures of this energy. All right, because a lot of people don't really understand, and when you do, you be like, wow, man, it's not intoxicating. You could deal with it because you're gonna feel grounded. You're gonna do those. You're gonna do those practices. You're gonna root yourself. You're gonna imagine those roots growing so you don't sway. You don't get too hard. You don't break. You be like, oh, this is what steady love feel like. And I could go about my business. I don't collapse. I don't lose my identity, man. Is that magic? You better believe it. I don't lose. Ooh, well, we're gonna get a little maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna have a lot of sexy times here. I know you guys. But I gotta give you both. If I'm gonna sit here, it's that sexy magic. All right, it's that physical, that touch, that warm. All right, it's sensory. And so, anyway, it's very earthy and enjoys the full experience here, right? The connection to the body, not just the act, okay? It's not overly experimental or erotic, not driven by power games or emotional extremes, okay? It is not a detached or purely physical. But the shadow side, the intimacy, all right? The energies can become routine. Listen, the only thing that you could say here with this energy, who says that? What the F are you saying? Is that magic? Why are you disrespectful? Do you have anywhere to go? You have anything to do? This is what happens when we have a lot of time. When we don't understand here. Okay? Let me block your dumbass. Get out of here. Go take a bath. Let me remove her out of here. Go take a bath. Go take a shower. Let me hide. Matter of fact, let me put on timeout. 24 hours. You come back. Uh you come back. You come back later on. All right. And when people, they want to jump, they want intensity, which is okay. All right. But the shadow side here, the only thing that this could become, it could become routine. All right. That's the only thing, because this could get slightly possessive at the same time. All right. And it could get tied to a lot of security here. We belong to each other in a heavy way. All right. So just be mindful of that, okay? But we will talk about the amazing energy and the senses of this, because this could become because it's different, all right? Because a lot of relationships, they start like magic, they start like lightning, but they lack grounding. They lack grounding, all right? And so I see here, don't rush anything, all right? Just be your normal self, okay? Don't be so agreeable. Don't go idealizing, all right? And just take your time in the approach. But at the end of the day, remain curious, all right? And just understand what could happen in this relationship, all right? Are we staying together for comfort, for finances, for stability rather than love, becoming routine, or emotionally stagnant, okay? Because somebody could be overly focused on being in control. There's status, and there's also material success there when you look at this energy. All right. So anyway, about the energy at the end of the day is bridging the guys between the mind, the logic, and the structure, the foundation here, the stability. All right, because a lot of, like I said, you got reliability, but it don't have to be a lot of passion, because it's different. The way this loves is different. This is through material. All right. Let me give you an I don't care, and then I'm out of here. When a person is not all there, they get threatened. When I speak the truth, when I stay here, and they trying to do tarot, they trying to control the readings. They will come. I believe that was a tarot reader that came in here. When they ratchet and they don't really understand, now they gotta change their whole dynamic. They gotta change their whole setup. I'm actually helping people, so people could really be aware of the symbolism behind tarot. All right. When I have to now, you gotta change your whole dynamic. Not the shit that you were saying. You gotta have to back it up. Sorry, not sorry. Uh, you have here. Treat yourself. Eat whatever you want when you go out. Eat whatever you want. You have the owl. You have wide wisdom. Don't do this today if you don't want to go. If you don't want to go, all right, don't go. And sorry, not sorry here. All right, I don't know what this is about. Okay, be careful. But yeah, a lot of people got to change their setup because now they threaten when they come in here. All right, when I'm exposing some truth, now they got to level up. So I'm just helping you level up. I want you to become if you're gonna read tarot, be the best reader you can be. Learn the universal energy, learn the language, learn this. All you gotta do is learn the symbolism. All you gotta do is go to four, learn the planetary aspect, learn the transits. These cards they are representing the unity, divinity, and our solar system. Learn that, and you become one of the best readers. I gotta pass this torch. All right, I'm helping you, and you're not seeing that. You're gonna take it as a threat. Anytime that somebody come here and talk about what the f you talking about, you're hurt. You gotta change your whole thing, cause now people are hurting me, and now you're threatened by it. You could continue with your ratchet. I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not here for that. You understand me? And so, how to live a better life, how you create your heaven on earth, and how to bridge the gaps between the heavenly bodies, the universe, time, space. How to connect those? How can I do it? You know, how do I change my toxic energy fields? Right? How am I stuck in these dense toxic energy? Right? What powers do I have? Because what an ordinary person right? They don't understand as a spiritual adapt field person that I am, right? The ladder of energy that I'm activated, the sacred geometrical structures that makes available to me with higher states. They don't understand it. They see that as a threat. Now they gotta go, man. I gotta rearrange what I'm saying. Everybody learns on their own. You know, it's easy if you take your time, if you step back and let Saturn give you the discipline. If sometimes it requires surrender. All right, all we do is looking at symbolism. People want to be in a hurry. I want to know this, and then they got to. Oh, I forgot that I got to. Oh, now I got to start again. Now I'm worried. Now I'm anxious. Oh, why is this card's coming out in reverse? I'm there's something wrong with me. Oh, there's something bad's gonna happen. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Stop it. All right, but you do got to know your shadows. All right, for sure, living it up in life and something to strive for. Amen. Good for you. I do Oracle a bit, but your next level. Yeah, because I took my time. I was the same way. I was the same way. I always tell people that 3 years ago I was all right. I gave the people fun, what they wanted. You know, my energy is incredible, and I'm proud of that. I'm confident in my abilities. Why not? We all got special gifts and talents. Use them. This is the time. Okay. You could do it. Just use oracles. If you don't want to study the whole planet, if you don't want to do that, I'm trying to change the narrative. I'm trying to change the stigma for other readers. Because when you got people not understanding, and we use some symbols. Our ancestors used symbols to communicate. They wrote birds and trees. That's how we communicated. It's ancient culture. It's being passed down. Now we got emojis. We have a whole different language. All we doing is looking. When we shuffle, we are connected to something deeper. All we doing is transmuting energy. We exchanging. But anyway, listen. If you don't want to know, listen. People take anything. When people are desperate, when they want to know, because at the end of the day, we all got hope. One thing that we share in this virtual circle of life, this circle is the hope that something's still possible. With an overly optimistic view, we are some caring, beautiful, compassionate creatures. We are like that. And sometimes we see the good side in people instead of seeing at the wide. I want you to look at the wider view. And if you do Oracle, good for you. It's okay. Don't come here knocking me because you're uncomfortable with what I'm doing. I'm trying to help you. You're not seeing that. You see me as a threat. All right. And I bet you in a couple of years, a lot of you guys will be thanking me. Wow. I got to step it up. I got to learn, and I got to go ahead and give people the truth. We need it. We ask for it. We don't want it all the time. Oh, no. We can't sit with it. It's uncomfortable. Oh, God. Oh, all right. But we need it. We need it. We need it. It's not what we want. It's what we need at the time. But what we need is the truth so we could see it. You know, you're trying to create your heaven on earth. You're trying to get to the right person that you're supposed to be with. You're going to have to learn how to sit with discomfort. You're going to have to go through towers, through moons, okay? Through the devil. You're going to have to learn how to sit with that, all right? When it comes having a deeper sense of unity, and growth requires comparison, and the soul evolves by experiencing polarity. That's it. All right. Good luck to you, and continue with your oracles. Give me your channel name. Put it on there before I go. I'll go check you out. I'll show love back. I'm not here judging, criticizing, but please don't come in here and when you don't understand, when you've been told something else. All right. Then you get stuck. You get stuck in this loop. You get cyclical. All right. Uh, all right, it's okay. We all gotta learn. I used to be so dumb as hell, really dumb. All right, really dumb and really unarticulate. So it requires time, patience, and a level of surrender. All right, it does. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Nah, I was just so wow. I look at myself today. Wow, what a dumbass. I ain't even gonna lie. All right, I can't do that. I only do a little for yourself. Good for you. Everybody should own a tarot deck, and I'm gonna be teaching how to reflect, how to use those cards to reflect. All right, I got a lot, especially for the channel members. I got a lot going, especially to those, so you can really understand how to reflect. So what is sensing, what is telling you, and whatever. Listen, it's mind blowing. You're gonna be blown away. I hope you get ready because you're gonna be when you look that oracle and when you really reflect on that card and you just start writing, automatic writing, subconscious, man, you're gonna be blown away. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for trusting your time. No, you're gonna be blown away. I got a lot set up for the channel. I'm waiting. I'm doing everything organically. Part of me wants to hurry up, let's go, but I got Saturn still giving me that discipline. I love you too. And thank you so much for trusting your time with me, of course. Your energy is love. And it truly, truly matters to me. Let's understand these chances. Let's understand our place within the universe. And let's just have fun, man. But let's have a little fun and let's be a little bit serious. We have to learn how to have that middle, find that middle there where we're not going to lose identity of a relationship. We're going to surrender to the right person. We're going to love more consciously. All right. Trust. But more important, trust in divine timing. Trust that the universe has your best interest at heart. Everything's working out. Everything's working out for your highest good. You're going to see like, oh my God, what's happening? All right. Before it gets ripped apart from you, just learn a little bit. Just take your time. All right. Okay. Again, I love you guys and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy birthday, Gemini. Tomorrow we get into Cancer. I love you guys. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. All right? And then I'll be talking a little bit about the difference between spirituality and religion. Because it's not about which is better, okay? It's about the structure and the direct experience, right? With the divine. All right? You're experiential, all right? So you got the container and you have your experience. And so when you connect to that field of intelligence, when you harmonize with this incredible force that we get to see as edges, right? And then we look at mathematics and it evolves out of consciousness. And so there's a lot of things that we don't really understand how to connect, consciousness, prana, life, cosmic force. But it's incredible. It's off the chain once you start connecting. You get so much information. This is incredible. But there are periods of rest and reflection. I love you guys and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Have fun. Have fun at the Japanese. Have fun, buddy. Okay. Bye-bye.